Side Baby Pod, and we're at Corner of the World, and this is Dead Writers. Hello, guys.
Hi.
Tell me a bit about yourselves, because honestly, when I saw you today, this is the first time I've seen you, heard of you, so I thought, well, there must be other people like me out there, so please just sell yourselves.
What would you like to know?
Absolutely anything.
Absolutely everything. We're a rock band from London.
Yep.
We don't belong here. No, I'm only joking. No, it's just because everything feels so new to us.
Right.
Because we haven't been going for that long. And the reason we're here is because we got an invitation. We started working with Rock People Management for the campaign, the promo campaign for our debut EP.
Right.
And they invited us to play this festival. What are we? We're a rock band with sort of
70s influences, 80s influences.
I guess in terms of musical influences, we take a little bit from the set from 70s, from sort of like the dark wave sort of side of the 80s. So
Yeah.
and our music has a focus on I think on sort of emotions. I think that there's a very sort of kind of dramatic side to it. But we're not like an emo band or anything like that. It's just that we tend to tell a bit of a story with the songs, like a bit of a musical journey, and we try to keep it interesting. We have a lot of sort of focus on the lyrics as well. We're Dead Writers, so our music is also influenced by
Writers.
writers. Yeah, but I think that we should say that that it has a sort of poetic inclination, which is, we realise, perhaps something unusual in rock bands, but we are very much inspired by rock bands that explore that territory, like The Doors and Patti Smith, and for whom the words formed part of the picture. So yeah, I think that we sort of try to make a mixture of a bit of approachable mystery, I think.
That's a pretty good way of putting it, actually.
Yeah, because it's quite like the music is quite melodic, and it's got sort of engaging choruses, and I think that it's quite tuneful and easy to remember, isn't it? And we haven't been going for very long, but so far, we've had sort of like pretty good reviews in press and radio, and most importantly from the people who discover us, like yourselves, saying that there's something of a personality about it, and that's what we want to do. We're artists. We're meant to be saying something different.
Yeah, it's very easy to be a clone of another band, but you're very individual.
We wear our influences in our sleeve. Like, we're not afraid to say, like, we take influence from this and that, but it might not be as evident as in other cases. I feel like we are trained as musicians with lots of very different influences, and you may see aspects of things that are more evident than others, but there's a depth to the music, and there's a sort of source of inspiration that comes from several places. So then I think that makes it interesting, because then you can hear like little brushstrokes of one thing and the other, and then it creates a sort of curiosity.
Okay. So
None of this makes sense. I know.
uh,
It's very wordy. I'm sorry.
well, that's very appropriate for the actual songwriting itself. So Corner of the World is possibly not the ideal home for your music, but I was quite impressed with what I saw. So, have you toured? Have you gigged around London as well, hometown?
Yeah, mainly London.
Yeah.
We played the O2 in the O2 Academy in December.
Yeah.
We opened for Scarlet Rebels
Recently.
So yeah, we played like the main like smallish medium venues in London, but we're trying to get like out of that kind of circle. We love it, obviously, but it's great to go out and discover.
We're just trying to grow, and we feel like there's an element in our music. I didn't want to like deter people from thinking, oh, these people don't belong here. I was only joking. I think that there are elements in our music that contain that sort of raw electricity that rock and roll is all about, and we really believe in that. And I think that if you were there for the performance, you could have probably seen it. I think that we sort of cut our teeth as a band in London, you know, doing all the like the sort of small, you know, mid-sized, sort of independent venues that we wanted. But we feel like it's the right time to reach a wider audience, and that's why we're here, and why we chose to, you know, play in a festival where we knew that, you know, we were not going to be the average band, but we might still be able to surprise somebody and impress somebody, and that's, you know, good enough reason to be.
Okay. You mentioned an EP. Has that come out, or is that about to come out?
We don't know. we have an idea, yes.
So there is a single out, which came out last year, at the end of last year, and it's called Among Spirits. It's on Spotify and all the other platforms. And that's part of the EP. It's like four songs, and they're all like there, but we're like working on ideas for videos and all that. So they're gonna come out in the next months. But they're gonna come out with you know, with videos to them and all that. So that's why we say we don't know in the sense of, you know, the meaning of that is just we're working on the videos, and you know, sometimes it gets unpredictable, especially like in these days. We had like 2 years of total unpredictability. So we're kind of you know, being elastic about plans, but
Yeah.
Yeah, also, like we do have a strategy in place, but we've had a few setbacks lately. You know, a couple of like lineup changes and things like that that haven't really allowed us to you know, give immediate dates to sort of like the people that would be interested in our music, because we felt like we wanted to support the releases with the shows and all the rest of it. So we're trying to sort of like remodel the band around the transformation that we're going through. But the plan is to release, well, it's our debut EP, and it's 4 tracks. Like Philippa said, we've only just released the one, but there's 3 more songs that people haven't heard yet, apart from at the shows, and it will come out at some point in sort of like drips and drabs before the end of summer.
Excellent. Well, make sure you send me a copy, because I'll be very interested in playing on the radio.
Oh, no, that's fantastic. Thank you so much.
That's okay. I won't take up too much more of your time. Thank you.
thank you very much.
And I wish you all the very best.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank you very
It's been
much.
lovely talking to you. Cheers.